If you've ever wanted to explore New York State, this is how you should do it. This is our 3-day, 2-night route through New York's southern Adirondacks, covering over 160 miles of scenic back roads and forest trails. The Adirondack Park is the largest publicly protected area in the contiguous United States, with over 6 million acres of mountains, forests, lakes, and rivers to explore. Along this route, you'll discover beautiful waterfalls, free dispersed camping, wildlife, unforgettable roadside discoveries, and countless winding forest roads. Right in the middle of it all is the town of Speculator, known as the all-season vacation land, making it the perfect stop in your adventure through one of the Northeast's most spectacular landscapes.
We just left pavement and we are headed north up Powley Rd. We are in Ferris Lake Wild Forest in the Adirondack Preserve. Just came out of Stratford, New York, and there's another couple small towns back that way if you need fuel or provisions. We'll be driving through Speculator, New York here a little bit later, and there's plenty of chances to get fuel and food over there. But first, we're gonna come through this forest here and see what we can find. It's already looking beautiful. Nice, easy drive.
The early parts of this trail follow East Canada Creek, and on the creek there's apparently a waterfall. There's a little parking area where we left the Unimog and a small trail that you can walk down to the water. We've never been down to this waterfall. It's labeled as Potholer's Waterfall on the onX map. Hopefully there's enough water in the creek that there will actually be a waterfall because the creek is pretty low right now.
I do hear water flowing though.
I can hear the water getting louder over here. The trail kind of weaves along the edge of the creek, but at many points you can just come out and take a dip in one of these pools. There's some really deep pools.
So maybe this is called Potholer's Waterfall because there's sort of like a lot of small waterfalls into little potholes. I don't know, it's kind of just like a cascading set. It's really cool though. I would love to see this in the spring when the water's really flowing.
The Adirondacks, man, they're so gorgeous. The Adirondacks really are a crown jewel of New York State. If you're into hiking, canoeing, mountain biking, skiing in the winter, pretty much any outdoor activity, the Adirondacks are just a haven for it. There's so many recreation areas, state forests. The Adirondack Preserve is vast, and there are copious amounts of public lands out here.
Many places to explore, yeah, particularly if you're into hiking, and I think canoeing is like really the big thing here. But there's lots to do. Coming up on a really nice camp spot right next to a creek.
This is a really nice site.
Oh yeah, look at this. By the creek, open.
I counted 17 or 18 camp spots just along this road here. All of the camp spots on this route that we've put together are all free camping, and there's even a pit toilet at this one. This is all the Adirondack Forest Preserve, so you'll see a fire ring, usually a picnic table, sometimes the toilet, and you can just have your pick of which camp spot you'd like. There's lakeside, creekside, we're right by a bridge right here. There's a hiking trail that goes along the creek. This is some of the best camping here that we found in the Adirondacks. A big thing to note about this first trail, and I believe most of the trails on this route that we put together, is that there are no ATVs or side-by-sides allowed on these trails. But beyond that, dogs are allowed along all points of the trail. We have our little adventure buddies here, Pablo and Mateo. And the hikes that we planned are pretty short, so you can bring the family, all skill levels. The roads are very, very easy. It's a really good family-friendly adventure.
Cell service out here is spotty at best, probably worse than almost anywhere we've been in the whole country. And even if you have satellite, so Starlink or something, also not great because there's a heavy tree cover. So definitely download your maps, and don't forget to download the route folder in the description. It'll have the whole route, and it'll have the waypoints, all the points of interest that we're checking out today, as well as camp spots marked. Each part of the route is segmented by day, so it'll keep you right on track. You can follow along that way.
I don't know if you've noticed out here, but we've got a little bit of wildfire smoke going on. Occasionally in the summertime, there will be wildfires up in Ontario and New Brunswick, and the smoke will come down into New York State, and that's kind of what we're dealing with today, which is another thing that you can see in the onX app. There are layers for wildfires, so you can see if there's a wildfire happening actively in your area, but also there's a smoke layer and an air quality layer, so you can keep track of the conditions. Wherever you're headed, it'll show you on the map. We're at the end of Powley Rd now, and so we have a section of pavement until we get into Speculator, which is the town that's kind of in the middle of this entire route.
All right, we gotta stop and grab some wood here. Just saw this on the way. And they have freezy pops here. I mean, come on. We actually met the owners for a minute. They were super nice. Definitely check the spot out. Cheapest in town as well. So get some wood, maybe some freezy pops from this freezer. That should be plenty of wood. Barely have a space to put it. All right, let's move on. Good fire tonight. Freezy pops, back on our way.
Oh yeah, freezy pop stop. That's where it's at.
And it's hot today.
So good.
That place was great. Those people were awesome. Made it to the coffee shop, though I think coffee has turned to lunch. Let's go see what they got.
We had a great lunch in Speculator. We went to the coffee shop, but there's all kinds of breweries and restaurants. We ended up talking to a few locals, and they recommended the area that we're headed to next. So I guess we chose well. We're gonna do a loop just north of town, heading out on Elm Lake Road. That should take us out to the Kunjamuk Cave. The Kunjamuk Cave and the Kunjamuk River.
Kunjamuk. I don't know.
So we're gonna check those out next.
Ooh, it is warm out here. We made it to the gate in the road, so we're gonna park here, and we're gonna face the heat and the bugs. Go see if we can find the cave, and maybe it's a little cooler in there. Ready, boys? Pablo is warm. Okay, buddy. Let's go find the cave.
From the map, it looked like the barrier was going to be right at the beginning of the road, but it turns out you can drive a little ways, and that makes your hike shorter. So it's only 0.4 miles from this gate and the parking area to the cave. that's just a short little stroll, which we are thankful for because it's about 90 degrees today. And the deer flies are in full swing. So we're armed with our bug spray and some head nets if things get too bad. We get to cross the Kunjamuk River as we're walking here. Beautiful out here.
Yeah, this is cool. Oh, we got some steps, buddy. Come on.
This cave looks like it's straight out of a fairy tale, like trolls live in here or something. It's just perfect. There's a tree, a really old tree with its roots growing over the top. I mean, wow. Look at this thing.
Hey, this is a proper cave. Oh, that juice cold in there. I got my flashlight, don't worry. I should climb on the top and stick my head through there to say hello.
I'll tell you what, a cave hike in the summertime is a really good idea because it is way cooler in there.
I wish it went in further so I could get more cooled off. It's definitely cooler in here though. Wow. Wow. Savannah, you in there?
Here I am.
Hello!
Hi.
How cool! All right, let's go find some camp.
We found our camp spot for the night, but it's a little bit different than the camp spots that we usually have. This is more of a walk-up site. There's these big boulders in the road here. It seems maybe you used to be able to drive up to the campsite, so we gotta leave the Unimog right there and just walk down this little path to get to our spot. But it is really nice, so we're treating this just like our home away from home, our little living room down by the river.
Guys, we're camping on the river tonight, and that doesn't happen very often. We got tons of wood. I already moved some of it over here. And actually, so far, the bugs have been non-existent right here. They've been horrible everywhere. Maybe it's the breeze, maybe I just jinxed myself, but I'm gonna get fire going, so either way we'll have smoke going, make some food and hang out in the river, have a beer maybe. Sounds good.
This is the little swimming hole for the night. It's so hot. I'm going right into that river first thing.
All right, we got our beer of the night, of course. And this is Good Fortune Indian Pale Ale from Common Roots. And they are in Glen Falls, New York. So we try to get something local, you know. And this is the best they had at the little gas station.
I like it. Oh wow, it's really good.
It is very good.
Highly recommend. We got that at the market in town. So you can too.
That's a winner.
Oh yeah, let's get in that water.
It's pretty warm.
It is kind of warm. No way you can get over here.
Yeah, you can't even get swim. It is actually like, it's cool enough to be refreshing, but not.
You can just sit right in.
Yeah.
Without any hesitation. Good morning, welcome to day 2 of this rugged adventure. We're in Speculator now. We drove some of the trails near our campsite to get back into town, and then we grabbed some coffee and breakfast at the cafe and bakery here. From here, we're gonna drive Old Military Road out to the Pillsbury Fire Tower. But when we woke up this morning, it's incredibly smoky. There's kind of an orange hue over everything, and you can see the smoke sitting in the trees and over the water. It was a little bit smoky yesterday, but it's way worse today, so we're gonna see how this plays out. We might not have a view at all from the fire tower. We are doing the Pillsbury Mountain Fire Tower. How far is that, Drew? 1.5 miles each way?
Yeah, about 1.5 miles. So pretty short in as far as fire tower hikes go. Most of them are pretty long. So this one seemed reasonable to do within the day of driving around. Yep, right up, right away. It's a decent amount of elevation and not very much distance, so that makes sense. I think it's like almost 1,500 feet elevation.
A fire tower hike implies that it's at the top of a mountain somewhere. So we have some elevation to gain. This is a steeple hike, but we'll make it. It's good to get out of the truck for a little bit, stretch our legs.
We chose to put this hike in the Rugged Adventure today because we wanted to give you guys a taste of the Adirondacks. And for me, hiking is probably the biggest thing here. While we have some pretty cool roads to drive to get close to the wilderness, that only takes you to the edge. Once you get in here, there are no roads. So you have to go on foot if you really want to see everything. So we thought we'd give you a taste of it today. This is one of the shortest ones we could find. So it shouldn't be too bad, but I hope you enjoy it. See the opening, and actually I can see the fire tower through the trees, so let's go check it out. Back in the mall, driving the trail again. Just got back from the hike. I had to change my clothes, well, my shirt. It got really sweaty. It was very humid. The views were incredible though. The hike was short, a little bit rigorous just because it's steep, but quite short. And now we're gonna check out Old Military Road.
We thought that as the day went on, the smoke might clear up a little bit because that's how it's happened the last few days. But unfortunately, the smoke is getting progressively worse. There are some pretty horrific fires going on in Canada right now, and the smoke is kind of blowing down into almost all of New York State. So we're taking the scenic route as we head out of here, and we're gonna camp tonight near Mason Lake. There are a bunch of camp spots up there, so we're gonna check it out and see if we can find a good spot.
This is a really beautiful drive. You're in the forest and then it opens up to these big marshes and small lakes. And if you're ever gonna see the elusive Adirondack moose, I feel like this is kind of the area. We've seen them in Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont, but yet to see one in New York. Maybe we get lucky today though.
We had to stop right before this bridge because we saw some beavers in the water over here. We saw two of them. One was a lot bigger than the other one. They kind of swam off into the little creek here. We're trying to sit here and wait and see if they'll come back.
Flapped its tail, swam away, and 20 seconds later, a tree fell over here. I don't know. Did the beavers just take down a tree? What the heck? This is wild, folks. What?
I think that drive down Old Military Road was maybe my favorite of the trip so far. It was gorgeous, scenic, super quiet, and then seeing the beavers, that was just the cherry on top. But we found this camp spot as we were driving back up towards Mason Lake. This one looked really nice and inviting. It was open on the top, so our Starlink will work. If it wasn't so smoky, we might have been able to get some solar, but we are on the edge of this marshy little pond here, so we do still have some water next to camp.
What do we got here? Oh, baby, look at that. Those are looking amazing. Woo-wee! You want to have a little barbecue? Barbecue food? That's going to be really good. We also got potato salad and coleslaw, so we're kind of going with the summer vibe out here.
Look at that. Oh my God. Yeah, that's crazy. Drew, you outdid yourself tonight.
It smells a little better, it's pretty good.
Cheers to that. Thank you, Drew.
You're welcome. Over grain mustard. Rugged Adventure, day 3 underway here. We just left camp. What a great camp spot. I mean, huge, open, flat, and we're right by the water. There's a trail around it. So we're gonna be driving north today to check out Moose River Plains.
This is going to be a really great drive today. We have been recommended Moose River Plains more times than we can count, so we're really excited to take you guys through there today. It'll be our first time, so we're going to be experiencing it with you. And we also want to remind you guys that this rugged adventure is part of a series that onX is doing. There are tons of different creators who have put together these 3-day, 2-night routes all over the country. So wherever you're going, you can look through and see all the different routes that the area experts have found and put together just for you guys.
Always fun to go explore on your own, but the nice thing about these routes is we've kind of trimmed out a lot of the fat. So if you have only 3 days to work with, you kind of know you got a home run right out of the gate. You just follow the map, download the file, and yeah, you're good to go.
We're coming out of Mason Lake here, and we're going to hit a small section of pavement before we go into Moose River Plains.
Catch a little fuel real quick. It's a good place to stop in Indian Lake. We've made it to the dam on the east side. Luckily we can go to the dam, but unfortunately we're seeing there's a road closed because a bridge is out and they're working on it. So change of plans. We'll have to go around to come in from the west side. This should be open probably by the time anyone sees this video, fingers crossed. So we'll do both routes. We will put that on the map and we'll show our detour as well. But this is beautiful, wow. I know there's some boat insights over here too, so you could canoe or kayak in and camp over there, which sounds really fun. This is gorgeous. Wow. I just routed it on onX and it looks like about 8 miles on the east side are currently closed, but entering from inlet on the other side, about 15 miles on this road available, and then some other roads to explore. So plenty to see. A little bummer that we can't go through right now. We'll have to come back another time. Right now we're gonna head to the west side and go check it out.
All right, guys, we made it to our camp spot here in Moose River Plains. There's got to be hundreds of camp spots out here, right?
Yeah, 100 and something. I don't know exactly.
Tons as we were going down the road. So if you're looking to camp, it's another great place to do it. We went down some really cool trails, but it started raining on us. So we're gonna tuck into camp, and that's all we have for you guys on this rugged adventure. But this was a fun one, highlighting all the beauty of the Adirondacks.
Download the route folder, and if you don't have onX already, make sure you grab it and you can follow along and take the adventure for yourself.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Later.